Welcome, everyone, to Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna. The weeks fly by quickly. And for those of you that are unaware, this is a multi topic show, anything goes. I've been doing this since 2007. I'm going to bring my co host in. There he is, the one and only Ronnie S. out of Clearwater, Florida.
Hello,
How
hello.
are you?
What's up, James?
Pretty good, pretty good. The temperature, the high for today was just slightly over 32. So we had some flurries, some large flurries, but nothing stuck. Just flurries came down.
Wintry
Um,
mix.
yeah. Well, we're actually. I think we've had a mild winter because when we had all that rain, like for over a week every day. Well, we still are technically, but when we had it, the temperature was in the 50s.
Hmm.
So if we had normal winter temperatures for January, we would have been buried. So
I think it's been a somewhat cool winter down here. It's cold right now. A cold front came by last night. Today the high was around like 55. Is it's chilly
I,
right now.
I thought of you when I was watching this sci-fi horror movie about an ice comet that was supposed to um, barely pass the Earth and go on its merry way, but for some reason it entered the Earth's atmosphere and started breaking up.
Hmm.
And a piece of the comet, they said it was the size of a football stadium. The piece of the comet went right for the Tampa area,
Really?
and as soon as it hit, it just totally vaporized all of Tampa, the
Oh
whole.
shit.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
movie?
yeah. I think it was called Greenland. I don't know why it was called Greenland, but yeah, it was about a comet that decided to change its course. Now
And hit Tampa.
and hit. Yeah, the first shot was Tampa. Like poor Ronnie. And then uh, then I thought of all the the climate catastrophes that have been happening. The devastating
Hurricane.
devastating floods in California, the tornadoes that touched down in
Yeah.
Alabama, and
Yeah, yeah.
I
A
mean,
lot of
we
bad
had
stuff.
was it 2 years ago, maybe during the summer, we had a few F4 tornadoes in South Jersey, and that is
Not common.
it's more than not common. It's just unlikely.
Hmm.
F4 tornadoes are in like Oklahoma, Kansas,
There's
tornado out.
tornadoes even in Florida. There's tornado. I don't think they're F4s, but
No,
they
I've
happen.
I've seen tornadoes in the Gulf of Mexico. They call them water spouts.
Water spouts, but they happen on land too.
Yeah, central, mostly north. Was it north central Florida? They touched down.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Central. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, a small tornado is can
It could
still
do
do
some damage though.
a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it'll shred a house. I mean, some of the houses in
Hmm.
South Jersey, but actually was southwestern Jersey, near where Alex lives and Bart Robinson.
Mm.
And but they were okay, but it shredded some homes.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
bet.
there was nothing but pieces of lumber all over the ground. Because you figure F5 is the strongest tornado. That's why I'm saying this was like
That's Brock Lesnar's move, right?
the F
F5.
the F5 is named after the tornado. Yeah, because he spins the person. You got him in a fireman carry. He spins him
I
uh,
never even thought about that.
a
Why it
couple
was called
revolutions.
that.
Yeah, well, he doesn't. He spins it. He revolves one time, and then
Yeah.
he drops him in
I
sort
think
of.
maybe when he was younger, he would move around more. Now he just kind of throws the guy up.
Yeah, it's like a D. It's like a DDT from a far height.
Hmm.
If you
Yeah.
think of it. I think in AEW I watched Dynamite,
I was
and
watching
they
that this week too.
did you see that woman's match with the girl who used to be on in the
Paige.
WWE? No, no, it was
Paige,
another
right?
one. It was a tag team match. It was she used to be called Ruby. She used to be Ruby Riot,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah, I've seen her.
now she's Ruby Soho, and
Soho, yeah.
it was a
They all change their names. It's like it's hard
yeah.
to keep track.
Only the big stars don't
They
change
can
their.
keep it, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the big ones. So Ruby Soho was loaded with blood. They had the bag of thumbtacks poured onto the
Oh,
mat.
I guess I missed that.
They were
That was
packed.
this week?
Yeah, this past week there were pile drive. There were power bomb, like a combination of a power bomb pile driver off the apron of the ring onto a table.
Hmm.
That's what they were doing to each other. It was the most brutal female wrestling match I've ever seen. It was blood.
Wow.
They were lacerated. It was like,
A lot of times I tune out during the female matches. I don't even bother watching them.
yeah, but this was, I know what you mean, but
So yeah,
This was,
sometimes they got some good ones.
yeah, this was not like watching, the girls on WWE get all whiny and act like high school girls. No, they tend to do more hardcore matches in AEW. They get pretty
Sometimes they
rough.
look like men.
Well, I don't know if you saw Jade Cargill. She's a big, tall, muscular
Jade, yeah, I saw her.
Jade Cargill, black girl. But she's like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
She's she's like the leader of like a clique, right?
she has a clique. Unfortunately, they all have cliques and factions now.
Oh, that's all
It's
right.
like, it's a outside automatic outside interference, and
Yeah,
but they do it they do it all over now. They're all
that's like late 90s WWF was all cliques.
cliques, and the matches are really getting more risky, high risk maneuvers.
Hmm.
They're now that guy um what the hell is his name? Darby Allen. He takes he does much more risky maneuvers than Jeff Hardy ever did.
Oh, really?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, dangerous stuff. Honestly, I don't know. I
Jeff
know that.
Hardy was pretty dangerous.
Yeah, no. This guy does even crazier stuff.
He was
But
tagging with Sting for a while, right?
well, Darby Allen is um, always with Sting. Right today, Sting is still there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the white face paint, the black lips, and the same gimmick. I guess Brandon Lee, the Crow. I guess he's
Yeah, Scott
copy.
Hall said that he gave Sting the idea for that. He told him to dress like the Crow when he was in WCW.
That's when he started.
Yeah, so Scott Hall said that that was his idea.
Yeah, very possible. Well, I hope he thanked him for it. Um, poor Scott Hall, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
And of course, my condolences to you and your family. Just leave it at that.
Thanks, James.
So, well, anyway, I sent the links out,
All right.
and the show is being played also on my Facebook page and on my Facebook profile,
Good.
and on my Tumblr.
What about Twitter?
I could have put it on Twitter, but it doesn't. It stays a link. It doesn't open up like like a video screen.
Uh,
Like when normally, like when you share it, like when I share it on
hmm.
Facebook, the screen appears.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. The
You know what
thumbnail.
I mean? So when I go live, the screen should go live like
Uh-huh.
I'm doing now.
Right.
But Twitter,
It's just a link without a
it's
picture.
just a link, and people will have they'll have no idea what it is, and then I would have to type
Hmm.
underneath it, this is my show, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I didn't want to bother, so I just
Yeah.
did Facebook, Tumblr.
Now, what about TikTok?
Um, there's no place to post any links or texts on a TikTok profile. You can only
You can only go live there.
you can go live, or you can upload already recorded videos, pre-recorded videos.
Uh-huh.
But you can't. There's no like.
They don't want to share it with other platforms.
Well, there's no like when you look at the TikTok profile, it's all about videos and images. There's no place to put a public commentary. like, is there anything you want to
But
say?
you can comment though, right?
You can comment on an already existing image or video that's on
Uh-huh.
TikTok. There's commentary underneath them, but it's not like there's a wall. Like, Facebook has a wall and people can express themselves and say whatever they want.
Mm.
Well, TikTok doesn't have that.
I
So
thought it did.
now, no, I wish it did. I wish it did where I could post a link or I could say something. Like I can say something like, how come every time I go to my TikTok profile, these young Spanish gay dudes, they're shoving their videos in front of my face, and I got to look at them dancing with speedos on.
What?
Yeah, yeah. What the fuck? I try to get rid of it. I try to block them. Yeah, these
Well, it
like,
comes up on your feed?
yeah, like as soon as I go to TikTok,
Uh-huh.
occasionally they got these young gay
Well, that's supposed to be based on what you view in the past. So
No, I never viewed anything
no.
like that. I mean, I've viewed Daisy Taylor, who's a porno star. I mean,
Hmm.
I viewed her talking about what's going on with her videos, but I guess they connected me with everything. But I haven't seen it lately because I try to pick, like, you can screen what kind of videos you want and what
Hmm.
kind you don't want to look at. And I guess it's kicking in now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, um, well, let me go. I have the first one already up.
You got
Um,
any Jesse Ventura this week?
Now, Jesse Ventura and his son Tyrell, they now want everybody to subscribe to them and pay money to listen to them. So I I just don't bother.
Pay money where?
Pay money to them to subscribe to their website in order to listen to them.
Mm.
I mean, sometimes I get a video of Jesse Ventura, but the issue I'm having with StreamYard, it's just the microphone is muted with
Yeah.
videos. Don't ask me why. It's totally illogical because everything else comes out of my speakers. So does the video.
Now, can you do a Jesse Ventura impersonation?
Well, he's kind of raspy now. Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't do it?
Um, when I ran for it, nah, that's not him.
I'll tell you what, gorilla.
Yeah, you almost got it. Oh, we might as well get the subject out of the way. Now Stephanie McMahon resigned as co-chairman, co-CEO. So Nick
Hmm.
Khan is the only one in charge so far.
No, so
So
Nick Khan is the CEO and Vince came back as the chairman.
Vince came back, yeah, well, because Stephanie has another career waiting in
So,
the wings.
well,
So
how I understand it happened when Vince resigned because of the problem with the hush money stuff with the women,
right,
he stepped down. Well, even before that, Stephanie was a part of the company and she resigned last year while Vince was still there. And then when Vince stepped down, I guess Stephanie kind of felt she had to take over the reins. Um, but she probably didn't really want to. And then Vince just came back recently as the chairman. Stephanie was the co-CEO with Khan. And then almost as soon as he came back, Stephanie resigned once again. And now I think Triple H did a press conference talking about the sale. Like, so the WWE is up for sale.
Yeah, yeah. Vince wants
Who
to
would have thought
unload
it?
it. He wants to unload it. Like
Who
he's
would have
waiting.
thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah, I mean, was when the show starts, it says, together forever, or this and that. Yeah, who knows what the new owners
Maybe
have
AEW will buy it.
actually. Tony Khan and his dad are one of the participants interested in buying the
Yeah, I
WWE.
heard. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. And
Because
what's the Khan in the WWE? What's his name?
Nick,
And it
well,
just so happens that he has the same last name, but they're not related.
yeah, no, it would have been mentioned in the
Yeah.
already that they,
Mhm.
they were related, but Tony Khan's father owns the Jacksonville Jaguars, so
Who they
uh,
just made it into the playoffs for the first time in many years.
really,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I think that's the only professional team Jacksonville has, right? They
They have a hockey team, I think.
have a hockey team. So yeah, so they're one of the participants in one of the potential buyers. And who would have known? Like you said, I guess you know what it reminds me of. I knew these other mom and pop family owned businesses that have been around for decades, right? And the
Yeah.
father gets old, and the
Hmm.
father retires, and
Yeah.
what happened?
It was really Vince's company. He's the one who really
Yeah,
he
and
got it
well,
going. It was his dad, but
yeah,
his his
well,
his dad his dad grew it, but Vince McMahon Jr.
yeah,
or whatever.
well, I have a feeling that Stephanie, it just it's too overwhelming for her now. She just doesn't want to be bothered with the traveling and she's got kids
And
and
then I think Triple H, he has some kind of heart problems or something too, right? So I think
yeah,
they're trying to
he
focus on
has to
that.
keep his stress to a
Uh-huh.
minimum but as far as mom and pop, oh, Mick Von Raven is watching a NFL football game. That's why he's not here. Well,
I think the
he could
Jaguars might
leave
be playing tonight.
he could leave the TV on and come on. I mean, I don't have a problem with football in the background. Um, um, yeah, I mean, he could watch the game. I know. I'm definitely going to watch the Giants at Minnesota
Yeah,
tomorrow.
4:30 tomorrow, right?
That's a late show, isn't it?
Yeah, 4:30.
Let me just tell
That could
him.
be a good game because Minnesota is hit or miss. They're definitely beatable.
Oh yeah, Green Bay destroyed him. Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't do government. Uh, yeah, so it was at Lambeau Field. I think Lambeau Field and Soldier Field in Chicago are not. There's no retractable dome, so if it snows and they got and the field is icy with a few inches of snow, they play the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Football, they don't play
and I
around.
mean
They're not
Minnesota
gonna
has
stop a game.
yeah,
What was that?
Minnesota has a dome. Yeah, but I
Oh, okay.
remember when I was a kid when Minnesota didn't have any dome and they were sliding around the old-fashioned way, man. They were all the teams
Minnesota
they
is
had.
a is a snowy state, huh? I hear bad stories from Minnesota.
Well,
How
all
cold
those
it is.
northern, yeah, they get bad winters. They really do. Minnesota, I think the next state over is North Dakota.
Well, a lot of those Midwesterners come down to this area, Tampa Bay, West Florida in general.
Well,
I've met a lot of people from like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Ohio, Indiana.
when I was in Naples, Marco Island, Naples, which is way the hell down
Yeah,
on on the Gulf Coast, I met a family from Cincinnati that you know
a
they
lot of
had.
people from Ohio. I think that's the biggest one actually is Ohio that I've noticed.
Well, with the Midwest, there's two factors that makes it attractive to be in Florida. No, number one, there's no ocean and beach. I mean, I
Hmm.
wouldn't call Lake Erie a beach that you want to hang out on. I mean, Florida has the beaches, the beautiful water, and the weather. And Ohio
It's
has
cold. It's too cold.
it's cold. It's cold, and it's I guess it's sort of landlocked.
And
No,
from what
no.
I understand, it's pretty boring there. I've heard that.
Well, I've taken a train through the Midwest, and it's all like farms and
Fields,
farms
yeah.
and farms and farms and cows and cows.
Then
Te-
like the Rust Belt area, Michigan is also a cold area. A lot of people from Michigan come here.
Yeah. Well, you have all that lake effect, because they're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
all the Great Lakes are all clustered around those states. And this girl from Texas says the most boring driving has to be going through Texas because you see the same
Oh, it's
scenery.
so big.
You see the same scenery for God knows how many
Such
hours.
such a big state. How many hours is it to go from east to west, I wonder? That's gotta be like that's gotta take a long time.
Yeah, I know there's one desert. There's one desert that goes into Texas from Mexico, but that's West Texas by El Paso. That's the Chihuahua Desert. But and then New Mexico has the Chihuahua Desert, but Arizona has actually four deserts that cross the Arizona border. Four of them. Um, Sonora, Chihuahua, um, um, Mojave, a piece of the Mojave, and the desert that's up in Nevada that goes down through Utah. Um, I have the map on my phone, but anyway, the desert that's in Nevada goes through Utah, and a piece of it goes into Arizona.
Hmm.
Oh, thank you, Ronnie.
Who's that?
That's your double. You look
Oh,
alike.
that might be what's his name? Horny
Horn dog.
Horn. Eric says that's me, right?
No,
Oh no, what's
Jason
his name?
Jason Cleveland
Jason Cleveland says that.
says that you're horn dog and you're Sid and
Yeah, I'm all of them.
you're all of them. He must. I don't know. He still insists on it, but
Maybe he's right. Who knows?
an alias.
You
An
don't
alias.
really see them though anymore, right?
No, no.
Well, you lost a few weeks there with your ban.
Yeah, I was in YouTube prison, and then I
Hmm.
was in YouTube prison again for 1 week for based on a show I did a long time ago when they weren't enforcing anything. So I
What
mean,
was the
so
reason? They actually gave you a reason though? You don't
they
want to say.
no they um, something about the pandemic vaccines, or but I don't remember.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
here he is. Let me see if he's coming through. Are you there?
Are you there?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Safari.
Sorry.
You gotta keep
You
trying.
gotta keep trying.
You gotta keep
You gotta
trying.
keep trying.
He's using
He's
a
using an
iPhone, and so
iPhone and
it's not
it's
compatible
not compatible
with
with
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Gotta keep
Hello?
coming back,
Hello?
Hello.
and then it clicks. Yeah, if he, this is one of the reasons why I
Yeah,
got
it's
rid of my
annoying
iPhone,
with the iPhone. It's really annoying. And they never fixed that after all these years.
and they never fixed it. But I knew that if I got an Android, I wouldn't have those problems, and sure enough, I don't. Uh,
It's a
you know,
pain in the ass, really, man.
Apple wants you to use everything that they
Well,
have.
yeah. So, because Apple's not related at all to Google, right?
No, no, that's what is that?
So before people were using the StreamYard, they used to use Google Hangouts.
Hello there.
Hey, second try. Did it work?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, it did work.
Greeting
Second
and
try.
salutations. I thought I'd do a quick stop by. I had a CBD pill this morning for pain, and now I'm having a THC tonic for fun at night.
Cool.
Earlier I was watching a replay of a show and thought it was the actual playoffs. So
Nice.
Well, this is Ronnie S. Mick Von Raven.
I think we've met before.
somewhere online.
Yeah, Mick is in Chicago, and we were talking about how in the old how Soldier Field and Lambeau they don't have a dome or a retractable roof.
Well, Soldier Field's going to
Yeah,
be
it's
a
not.
thing of the past as soon as the Bears have the stadium built at the old Arlington racetrack, because they don't own Soldier Field. The Bears are the only team in the NFL that don't own a stadium, so they have to get a stadium to increase the value. And what was I
And
going to
they're not
say?
a good team, huh?
No,
Robinson,
they haven't
thank
been
you.
since like '85. And
Bears.
the Packers
There's still a
suck.
lot of fans though. A lot of Bears
Yeah, because
fans out there.
we're a lot of sheep. The Packers had a bad year too, so they can go suck an egg.
Mhm.
I'm in Chicago, so I can say that.
Yeah, but they demolished Minnesota in that one game. I know that.
Yeah, right now I'm watching the Chargers have had 2 interceptions against Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Jacksonville made it into the playoffs this year.
Yes.
No
My
issues,
fr-
Bart. No issues. Android. Oops. Yeah, they're
I don't know when was the last time Jacksonville made it into the playoffs. They're normally a very bad team.
that's true.
2017 or 19 or something.
Was it that recently?
Maybe. Don't quote me.
And then I think
Like,
this is the first year that all three Florida teams
yeah,
have made it into the playoffs.
that's what it is, since 2017, I think. Real quick, I wanted to mention my my right wing friends that I invited on the show that won't come are sick, and I dared ask the question if they had a COVID test, and they went berserk, and were really offended that I even asked. It's like asking you, have you had your STD test? How dare you? I don't have STDs. Have you had your cancer screening? How dare you? I don't have cancer. Have your COVID screening? How dare you? I don't have COVID.
You know what you do? Start scratching your crotch and start scratching yourself. And you say, "Do you have crab lice? Did you give me crab lice?"
I mean, why would someone get so mad if you simply ask them if they had a COVID test? Because they're extremely right wing and nuts?
No, they're just nuts. They're
I mean,
like,
what's offensive about that? I showed care, I showed interest, but I should have remembered that they're COVID deniers and that would upset them.
listen, I'm a big fan of science. Can't
It's
beat science.
factually based.
Do you follow the science though, James?
Well, science is funny that like you can have a theory that is proven factual, and you can have something factual that's debunked by another theory that eventually replaces the previous facts.
Yeah, science is always working.
It's evolving.
It's
Yes.
fluid.
Yes, it's evolving, but if it's there, it's there. My lovely Fiesta mug from the Dollar Tree exists.
Nice.
This is science. Yeah, all my mugs are $1. This is. You think I'm gonna pay top dollar? What are you kidding?
No, you can get good glasses for $1.
I had a
Dollar
tonic, but I'm only drinking half of it now, and then the other half a couple hours later. That's what they told me at the dispensary to do.
Oh, but it's
Speaking
reality.
of that, I might go grab a little something for myself.
Yeah. Well, don't. I don't mind you. I don't mind you smoking marijuana on the show. You could smoke. You could smoke a whole.
You want me to go put the camera on?
No,
Well,
you
if it-
could. You could smoke a whole barn of marijuana.
As
Boys.
long as it's legal where you're at, you can do it on the air. If it's not legal where you're at, I would not recommend doing it on the air.
You might have.
It's
a point.
legal in Illinois, so
Yeah.
I'm legal if I want to.
Well, what
That's
if,
cool.
what if he says he's smoking Captain Black pipe tobacco?
Mhm.
Man, what if we're doing a theory now? Gotcha. What if I was arrested? What if I couldn't post bail? What if I become someone's husband and didn't want to? What if?
What if James gets his channel banned again? That was kind of
What-
crazy.
Yeah. What if I asked you, gentlemen, if you had COVID tests because you've been ill recently and you go
Oh,
berserk on me?
I'll freak out. I'll kill you.
COVID. Now, in the last few years, the minute someone's sick, you always ask them the same thing: have you tested for COVID yet? It's normal. Everyone does it. Everyone asks. That's
But
the
you don't
norm.
want
The new
anybody-
norm.
You don't want anybody blowing their infectious respiratory droplets on you.
I was it since 2019 or 20. We've been asking people when they're sick. The first thing we ask: have you had a COVID test? That's the first thing.
I think it was 2020.
Yeah, and it'll be going on for a long time from now. I think we'll be asking people, you're sick? Have you tested for COVID yet? You have to rule that out. It's the normal thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I don't get up in the faces of strangers and talk, without a mask. I mean, I don't go into a crowded public area. I just keep my distance,
It's gotta be 6 feet, right?
Yeah, like
Nobody does
Problem.
6 feet.
Nobody does. it.
No.
Especially not at the airport.
It's like
It's like-
3 inches.
it's like if you're on a highway.
3
How
inches.
many people actually do the speed limit on a highway?
Oh, man, I'm tired.
Ugh.
Oh, sorry,
Well,
guys.
Well, the good thing is it's the weekend, and
I didn't get the Baileys for that Baileys and coffee this morning because I knew I wasn't going to drive anywhere, and I forgot the one main ingredient, the Baileys, or the Carolines, whichever.
Bailey's is great in dark roast coffee.
Oh my God, yeah, and you could do a cold brew coffee and have that. That'd be nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's what the hell is it called? The lady you live with, Ronnie S. had it. It's made from rum. It's a cream of rum. What is it? Morchata?
Rum chata.
Rum chata. I'm sorry.
Yeah, rum chatas. I never had it. I see it advertised. I assume
Yeah,
it's a foo-foo drink.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's not even really that strong.
Good morning, Masumi from Japan. Good morning to you. It is now, I guess, 10:40 a.m. Sunday in Tokyo. So good morning to you.
Happy Sunday.
Thank you for stopping by, Masumi.
Greetings from the USA.
Yes, Bart loves Bailey's. Bart, we were talking about the F4 tornadoes that touched down not long ago in your area. They're in South Jersey. which is
You have to
Barton
under.
say-
is in South
hey,
Jersey.
When you belch, you have to say rape or pillage. You're gonna get in trouble. Belch saying rape, pillage.
Rape or pillage. Pillage
Yes.
is like stealing, right? Piracy.
Yes.
Piracy. Rape. Hold on. Do I have to do either or?
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Very
You have to
welcome.
alternate between rape and pillage when you're belching.
What about
Why?
what if you what if what
No.
about if
I've set the rules. You follow them. I'm like the government. The end.
7 miles from his house? Those tornadoes were 7 miles from Bart Robinson's house. You ever notice that the strongest farts that actually hurt your anus are? It sounds like an elephant trumpeting. I mean the real like bean
Violent
burrito,
ones?
the bean burrito type farts.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
violent ones.
Mulliga. What a
Oh.
fine name. Mulliga Hill, New Jersey. What's a mulliga?
I'll be right back.
All right.
There was someone at work looked up, I think it's called not mallet, but mullen or something, and that means penis. And I don't know what language, but then I heard it used on an English TV show.
But you know what fuck is in German? Ficken.
I know what some slang for women not wearing not wearing a bra. What is it called? What is the German bra called? Stopping from flopping. And then the virgin, das Gudentite. Yeah, that's not official translations.
I think there might be a little slang added to it.
A slang.
Slang.
Yeah, so I'm here for a quick visit. I'm gonna veg out shortly.
My grandmother used to say sandwich. They had trouble saying sandwich.
Oh, my
Sang-
my right wing friend likes to see the videos but won't start them. She said she thought you were Puerto Rican,
Me?
James. Yes,
I'm Puerto Rican.
her husband's Puerto Rican. You're
Um,
Irish and Italian, correct?
No, I'm just Sicilian Italian. That's all.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
the Madonna part could be considered Irish. You know that, right?
Well, there were Germanic tribes that invaded Italy after the Roman Empire fell.
Yes.
You know,
Okay, gotcha.
because my grandfather, my mother's father's side were very dark, almost like maybe the
Olive
Moors,
skinned?
like like Moorish. You know,
Okay.
the Hannibal of the North Africa had the
Well,
Moors,
Sure.
the empire. They're called the Moors, and they were in Sicily for a while, and so maybe they had Moorish blood in them. But my mother's side were all light. They were all light. So you never know which way the chromostones, like Archie Bunker used to say, chromostones and gene. You know, you never know what direction they're going to take. Mulliga. Mulliga Hill is Gloucester County. Interesting. Now, Alex is he won't
Where's
come
Alex?
clean and say the name of his town. Maybe he thinks people are going to stalk him.
No, he said it before. I think it's
He
like
did?
Cherry Spring or something like that. Something along those lines.
Well, I know Cherry Hill. I've been there. It's not far from Philly, from the Ben Franklin Memorial Bridge. But Camden is a shithole.
Camden, yeah. Isn't
I've
that one
heard
of the
of
worst
Camden Yards.
cities in the country?
Camden Yards in Baltimore. That was the first retro stadium built.
Okay, so that's a different place.
Yeah,
Camden Yards, yeah.
that's the
I-
Baltimore Orioles' new stadium.
That's the only thing
Um,
I've heard of. I never heard of Camden. Is that Camden, New York,
Isn't
or New Jersey?
Camden is a ghetto.
In where?
it's really
New
bad.
York or New Jersey?
Jersey.
South Jersey. It's a suburb
Okay.
of Philadelphia in South Jersey, but
Gotcha.
southwestern Jersey. But the thing is, they built the New York. I'm sorry. They built the New Jersey Sea Aquarium in Camden, and I have a feeling why they did that.
Recently?
They thought that it might help
Gentrify
Re-
the area.
revitalize it.
gentrify, right? Revitalize it, and it didn't. It didn't do
It
it. Damn.
didn't.
Just like Atlantic City casino
Atlantic
gambling.
City's bad too, man.
Yes, and it didn't do it. The casinos didn't do a damn thing for Atlantic City. It's still a high crime shithole.
It's worse than it used
Lovely.
to be, though, right?
Yeah, it's worse. It's worse. Yeah, I send National Guard and mercenaries. You know,
Because
like
people aren't really going to the casinos anymore. There's a lot of
vigilante.
online gambling, and then there's gambling in Queens and Yonkers. So New
Yeah,
Yorkers aren't really going to Atlantic City.
There's
It's not taking
gambling
the
at
trip.
gas stations now.
Yeah, sure. So
they got
that affected a
machines.
lot of Atlantic City. I've seen stuff online about it that is like horrible now. Really,
some
really
of
Take a
dangerous.
bulldozer to it.
some of the riffraff is now starting to gravitate towards the boardwalk where all the
Yeah, even that area. Yeah, everywhere.
and the mayor of Atlantic City, as far as Atlantic City PD, is not doing the damn thing because it's probably like Chicago's mayor,
Yeah, Lighthead,
Lightfoot.
Smelly Foot. What's her name again?
Beetlejuice.
They,
Beetlejuice.
I like the memes of her. They make her look like a Batman villain.
She looks like
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. Her eyes are so far apart.
She
you know?
does look really weird. It really does.
She's not a good mayor.
She's like Jesse Jackson looks like that, right? With the eyeballs.
No,
far-
Jesse doesn't
No,
quite look
not
like her.
he doesn't. No, he doesn't look that
She
weird.
looks almost
She's
like one of
strange
those
looking.
Star Wars freaks at the
Mhm.
whatever the place that bar.
The Comic-Con thing.
Comic. But you know what? Every time David Dinkins in New York City did the same thing. Cory Booker, when he was mayor of Newark,
Of
New
Newark,
Jersey,
right? Yeah,
he
Newark's
didn't
another
do
shithole.
he didn't do a damn thing to Newark. Newark was still, with the crime and in the ghettos. He didn't do nothing. What they do is they don't want to hassle the brothers, if you know what I mean. They have a hands-off policy.
Okay.
Baltimore, here is another perfect example. When they had the riots in Baltimore, Maryland, the mayor of Baltimore, she just sat with her thumbs up her ass. She didn't do a damn thing. She didn't call for the Maryland National Guard. She didn't call the governor to get the National Guard to help her out. They let the scum turn over police cars, vandalize, loot, and vandalize local stores.
It wasn't just a peaceful protest.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a peaceful.
They were
protest.
protesting death at the hands of the police of Freddie. What was his name again? Freddie.
When was this?
A couple years ago. I can't remember his last name. Freddie.
No, I think James is. Are you talking about the '60s, James?
No, it was recent. It was when that guy was killed in police custody. Remember transporting him? That was just a few years ago.
I don't know.
Freddie, I could look it up.
Freddie Mercury.
No, he died in 91.
I would pay mercenary vigilantes to go in Camden undercover, like Charles Bronson, Death Wish movies, and or I would just simply drop nerve gas on those neighborhoods.
Freddie Gray, when Freddie Gray was killed in custody, they said he died in a the car ride to the police station on his own. That's what caused those riots.
Huh.
And that was just like 2 years ago at the most. Maybe even yes, I'd say 2 years or 3 years.
2020.
Who's
It was a
keeping
year
the
of love.
beat? James, is that you beating off?
James is the musician. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in protest. I wasn't sure what I was saying. You're protesting with the beats.
I should do a shaman's dance. Hey, 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 how you doing? How you doing?
So I have to stop asking conservatives when they're sick if they've had COVID tests. It's a big no-no. That's what I learned.
Say
And I
say
was thinking of taking a COVID test the other day. I took a trip to New York and it was cold and I came down. Hey, you know how you're in the north and they got the heat on inside, and then you go outside and it's cold, and then it's the heat inside. It fucks you up.
Yeah, they can.
And then I flew back down to Florida where it's actually not that warm like right now. It's warmer than there, but I
I
just
mean,
felt
I
like
have
crap.
like 5 COVID tests, so it's not going to be a big deal to take one of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
if I
Well, one of my COVID tests, the nurse, she friggin' harpooned me, man. I thought that Q-tip, it must have been a foot long. I thought it was entering my brain, and she shoves it up my nostril. She goes all the way up.
So she was
until
trying to tickle your asshole through your nose.
I was tears. I was in tears.
Yeah.
It went up so far, and then she started trying to, because they got to scrape the wall.
She's trying to pick your nose for you
Yeah,
with that swab.
She was flirting with you, James.
She's trying to get something green and chunky.
Yeah, but it wasn't my anus that she was probing. It was my
I
nostril.
know it wasn't green and chunky's boogers, dude.
Booger mania is running wild. So she wanted to really get a lot of evidence, I guess. But I says, why do you have to go so far up? So then the other nurses says she didn't have to go that far up.
Ooh, the controversies.
That's what she said or he said.
Well, because I was white and she wasn't. Maybe she was trying to get the honky in the honker.
Interesting.
She's trying to get the honky from the honker.
All right then. I will tell you something ridiculous happening. I have a coworker that gets upset when I have Amazon deliveries made to work. It upsets her, and she voices her displeasure.
And
so I get
it. Yeah, and what is her excuse for being upset?
She says that it distracts everyone.
Well, what about when other business-related deliveries take place there?
Other people order from Amazon too, but they don't sit near here. So I don't know what she's trying to deter me from doing it. And it's like, I get porch pirating. I want the stuff to come to me. I know it's going to be there. And it's not like she's paying for it. What does she care what happens? I strategically made a purchase when I knew she wasn't going to be there of an Apple Watch that I had to get a code to the driver. I know she might have lost her mind. She gets so upset about it. And I don't know why. Cheers.
Hey, Daryl Messias from Northern California. How are you, sir? How are you? How's
Is
your
that where
week?
he lives? Northern California?
There's just the third interception in the Chargers Jacksonville game.
Okay.
The
How's it going?
Chargers have their third interception. Incredible.
The San Diego fans really didn't want.
No, it's all a business deal, and San Diego wouldn't give them any money to help make a stadium, and ultimately it was money that chased them out of San Diego.
Why don't they just play on the damn field and stop whining? I mean, the weather is nice in San Diego. They don't have any.
It's nice in LA too. It's not like they're that far away.
New modern stadiums get people wanting to go more, like a family, like they're going to Disney. That's what that's about.
Well, the older stadiums have a seat that fits your ass. A seat is a seat,
Not enough
right?
anymore. It's
The
not
new
enough.
ones are like mini malls that happen to have a game going on in the background.
Yeah. Mini
Oh,
malls.
Yes. Most stadiums are like that.
There's no way in hell. You could say hell on my show. I'm not. I'm not.
That's just being censored by the YouTube.
No,
Yeah, everything gets censored.
I'm letting anybody.
They're saying
It's
they're not going to let anyone stick that way up their nose, but like what happened to you. They said they're not going to let that ever happen to them. Right on. Interesting. Ooh, the Chargers just got another touchdown. It's 17-0.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, the Jags made it this far. That was cool.
Well, it's funny when I was watching the rerun, Jacksonville was killing them in the rerun that I thought was the real game.
Yeah, she was grinding away, Bart Robertson. It was a long swab, and I was told she didn't have to go that far.
Hey,
Oh.
at least it wasn't up your pee hole, all right?
Oh, you mean like a
Yeah.
catheter?
Yeah, at least
Like
you
a
didn't
catheter?
go up there. Thank God for that. You got to think of the small victories.
Yeah, but I experienced that type of entry in my
I
life,
haven't yet, and I hope not to as long as possible.
and it's painful.
Yeah,
I
it's
must-
not a good time from what I've heard.
And plus I was embarrassed because there was a couple decent looking young nurses there hovering
Revenue
over.
Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like
Well, doctors don't apply catheters, nurses do. So
yeah, but I mean I'm out there in the open, and the chickie poos are seeing my giblets, my Rocky
you were
Mountain.
you weren't in a room?
No, I was in a room.
You okay? Well, you stay out in the open. I thought you meant like out on like the emergency room floor.
No.
Okay, all right.
No, no. There was privacy, but you have like young, attractive nurses, and they see your balls and your schlong hanging, flopping in the open air.
Thank you for the descriptiveness. Really,
Oh,
I got the same thing. You don't have to go into details. They see your junk. That's all you got to tell me. I don't want to talk about your phallus any more than I have to.
It's like hell. Damn right it does. Yeah, my flapjacks were flapping around.
You got it. Oh God. I Bigara. I'm not even Irish, and I can say I Bigara.
Yeah, what is Erin Gobra? Was it Erin Gobralis?
Aaron Brockovich?
No, Erin Gobra. They what's his name? Ronnie knows what that means. What is it, Gaelic?
I'm not
Erin
sure.
Gobra?
I think it means like luck.
St.
Something
Patrick's
like
Day. They always say that it might be Gaelic.
Probably is.
Which, yeah.
Yeah. I'm mostly German and Polish. I'm not Celtic in any way, or Italian at all. I do love Italian women. Actually, I love all women.
Nah, I don't care for Italian women. All they do is complain and shop, and they're lazy in bed, and they they want to spend other people's money. They're like
not all of them, maybe some
princesses.
Of them. Some.
Yeah, that's why I don't date my own kind. I like the vive la différence.
Yes, you have to experience love in all aspects of the universe.
Well, different. I find
cultures. Yes.
Like I like the Asian culture, the Asian woman.
The last 3 women I dated were African American.
Well, the last time I dated a few of them, I noticed they had one thing in common. They had alligator arms, short arms, and deep pockets, which means if you're in a restaurant, they never ever contribute to the gratuity, to the tip. They never offer to pay like for their dinner, and they don't pay for the tip. And I just got pissed off, and I terminated it.
Gotcha.
Terminated. I mean, only one that I dated who was a lawyer, and she insisted on paying for her half of the dinner, and she insisted on paying for half of the tip. And
That doesn't sound very romantic.
No, I respected that.
All right.
In my book, it was romantic.
Okay.
Being considerate and not being a mooch
All right.
is equals positive feelings on my part, and that adds up to romance. Like me being annoyed is not going to help.
Attraction is what leads to romance in my world.
Well, you have to have physical chemistry. If you don't have
Yes.
physical chemistry, you might as well be roommates or buddies.
Yeah, you're never gonna fuck if you're not physically attracted to each other.
You'll have what you call platonic relationship.
Yes, which we don't need any more of those in life.
I got plenty of friends.
Yeah, I need some romance.
Shake it up, shake it down, move it in, move it around. Disco lady, it's an old song.
I like it.
Shake it, move it in, move it out.
Who sang that one?
It's on YouTube.
All right, okay. I used to like when White Lines from the
White
80s.
line,
Lines on the get higher, baby.
hiya, baby.
Or there was another good one. If you want to ride the white horse. That was supposed to be about heroin.
If you wanna ride
Ride
the white horse.
Yeah, that was another dance song that I did not like disco, but those songs were kind of cool.
Horse.
I also liked Grandmaster Flash.
Oh, you know what song was
They were
cool?
involved in that White Line song, I believe. Get higher, baby.
Yeah, I like Grandmaster Flash. But you know what? Bart Robinson appreciates the brown sugar. What is that one? Nucleus Jam on it. With the little kids going wiki 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 wiki. It goes
Interesting.
boom 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 boom. I think that was great. I think that might have been Grandmaster Flash.
Okay.
I gotta look up these songs and post it on my profile.
Okay, I love your pronunciations today.
Profile. That's Ed Norton from the Honeymooners says profile.
All right. Yes. Yes, Joms. Joms?
If you wanna ride
the right horse.
the white horse.
Get higher, baby. That was some good stuff. I met women. I was drinking under 8. Well, in Wisconsin, you'd be 19 drinking. And we'd cross the border, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I asked for a slow gin fizz with Stoli. And he's like, well, slow gin's a type. And I'm like, I had Stoli. Needless to say, I had a Technicolor yawn that night.
Now, what's the slow gin? You pour it like very slowly?
No, it's a type of gin. It's fuzzy. It's like I don't know, kind of a foo-foo drink, I guess. Yeah, that was the time I got stranded in Waukegan and had my friends pick me up the next day. I stayed at someone's house I didn't know. some girl's house with her sister. One was hot and one wasn't. I tried to hang out with the hot one of the sisters. I think they were half sisters, and I know which half I liked.
You know,
I never saw him again after that.
you know what must be very difficult is to date one half of identical twins.
I'd like to give a go at it, except I need both of them.
Oh, like the Doublemint gum.
I'm gonna have
of
to
the
have.
old-
It's gonna have to be a throuple. That's all. The only way I can handle that. Yes, welcome to my fantasies.
like let's say if you're dating one of them and you think it's the one you're dating and you start having very personal conversation with her and you think it's her but it's not, it's her sister.
Interesting.
It could be very awkward.
Yes, especially in bed with both of them.
The street kid gets arrested.
Who's
Gonna
that?
do some time.
That's the song, you know.
The businessman is caught with 24 kilos. He's out on bail. He's out of jail, and that's the way it goes. That's the white line.
Nice. Oh yeah, I only know the chorus. You know, of course. Oh,
I
17
talked-
nothing. LA
I checked-
Chargers.
I chat with Jason Cleveland every day. He's doing all right. Well, that's that's another situation. His wife gives him a hard time every time he wants to participate in a live stream show.
Oh, because it's taking time away from their marriage. Well, some
How much
time away is
quality-
healthy.
How much quality time does a married couple need in order for it to be sufficient? I mean, you can't smother one another. You mean that's not good.
Hmm,
You can't. You gotta have hobbies and interests. You have to have male friends, you know, that you hang with. I mean, you gotta have breathing room. You can't.
Female
Yeah.
friends are good too.
Well, you know, I'm talking about. I don't know if it's jealousy that's connected to insecurity. You know, I'm talking about the women that are very possessive with their boyfriends and husbands.
Yeah, it
You know.
goes both ways. Some women are men are very possessive of women too.
Or it has to be like, you know, you crawling up each other's ass and 24/7. You got to be with each other 24/7, and then if you're not home, if you're doing something like playing golf with your friends, you know, the woman might just call you too much. You know, when are you coming home? When are you coming home? When are you coming home? Yeah,
All
you
right.
know who's a royal pain in the ass? The woman that plays Deborah Barone on that Raymond show. Everybody, she's jealous of anything that he does.
That's crazy.
It's not if he's not beside her, she sabotages everything
Well,
he
that's
does.
insecurity.
Yeah, she just can't like if she's home with the kids, she'll try to like sabotage his golf game, you know. Giving him a hard time saying he can't play golf. That'll be the day when somebody tells me I can't do what I want to do.
Well, that's why we're not married with children. We don't want to be told what to do.
Grandmaster Flash, you think that was Grandmaster Flash in the group Nucleus that did Jam on it. I think it was him.
Huh.
I think it was him. I mean, I can't. I'll post it on my profile and I'll tag you so you can, and then
Okay.
I'll look for the White Line. I'll look for the what about the three tall black girls, the group called Musique that sang the disco song "Push Push in the Bush."
Oh yeah. And then everyone would say push push in the tush as a joke. That's what
Yeah.
they used to say as a joke back in the day.
Well, there seems to be a new infection. Oh, I haven't. No, I better not say it because I'll get banned. I'll tell you off the air.
I'm
But
sorry to hear that there's no free speech in the U.S. That's not good.
no, not on social media. Now there's a
You know, they
okay,
should have social media by the people for the people.
yeah. Whatever happened to our First Amendment?
Yeah, it shouldn't be corporations that give us the platform of, freedom of speech. It should be a free government one right now. Free, uncensored,
The
no
largest,
bans.
no bans. You're right. And if people don't like it, they don't have to look at your post, your profile.
What is the other thing with the birds? Is it avian flu with the
Yeah,
eggs? Yeah, eggs are a small fortune now.
this is a new one. Yeah, I have the article about the price of eggs. Largest global bird flu outbreak in history shows no sign of slowing. Wonderful.
You know, the biggest problem we have is we're gonna be in a pandemic like the rest of our lives over one thing or another. It seems like now. First COVID, now the bird flu. What's after? It's horrible.
Mhm.
I hate living my life. I want to live a life of freedom.
Well,
You know.
you want peace of mind. You want freedom. You want to be able to enjoy whatever little
I mean,
time.
that's my God-given right in the USA, and I paid for that with my taxes, my
I mean,
tax
we
money.
don't. We're not on this earth really a long time. Like a tortoise.
Yeah.
We want to enjoy whatever little time we have. A highly contagious and lethal strain of bird flu has killed millions of wild and farm bird life in the past year. As global infections show little sign of slowing down, scientists, wildlife protectors, and legislators are looking for new solutions to a global pandemic.
Oh God, I wonder who released that one.
I got to send this to Masumi. It happened it's happened in Japan. Oh yeah,
Oh God, that Japan. Oh, that's a tragedy.
yeah. You would think it would happen in China.
Well, anywhere it starts, it's bad. You don't want this happening. It's our food source. Eggs, chicken.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's now first it's threatening our health and happiness. Now it's threatening our basic need of food. Ooh, another touchdown by the Chargers. Chargers just had another touchdown. Herbert. It's now going to be 24-0 in the first half. Wow, impressive.
I mean, the Los Angeles fans, they're not the most exciting fans in the world. I don't understand how they can make enough money to have two football teams in the same city.
Because it's such a large city, I think. Just
I
like the
mean,
Jets and the Jets and the Giants sharing the Meadowlands.
it could be it. I mean, they don't. anything that happens in like LA, you don't really see the fans like really getting into their team.
Mm.
You know, they're very laid back. You know, they have two baseball teams, right? They have the LA Angels, which
Of
is
Anaheim.
Well,
Remember that?
yeah, it was like a
Los
Jewish team.
Angeles Angels
The
of
Los-
Anaheim. They
yeah.
got rid of the Anaheim after a while.
Yeah, that was stupid to call it the Anaheim. That's where Disney World is, the Anaheim Angels. Now the original team was the LA Angels because Los Angeles means the city of angels.
Of course.
Yeah, so but I don't know. I just
The
noticed
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. That was a good name.
Analheim,
The anal hymen.
the anal hymen. Yeah, that's what Anaheim means. Anal hymen. I was talking about the bird flu being back worse than ever, but it's
Right
happening.
now?
It's happening in Japan
Oh,
instead of China.
bird flu is bad news, man.
Yeah, I would say so. Well,
How do you say that in Spanish? Bird flu?
I don't know. No. I just know the avian flu. Well, avian is bird.
Avian.
Yeah, not the bottled water. The AV.
What is avian? It's supposed to just describe like all birds.
The closest relative to dinosaurs are the birds, especially
That's what they say in Jurassic Park, right?
certain birds. Yeah, you know what's amazing about the birds? Besides the bird having the word, the bird.
Besides the bees.
No, the birds lay eggs, and the birds hatch from eggs.
And they're
Just-
delicious.
Just like, yeah, you're in ecstasy when you have your omelet, right? So the birds hatch from eggs like reptiles, right? But they're warm-blooded. They're not mammals. So that's what amazes me about birds. They hatch from eggs, but they're warm-blooded creatures. Very warm-blooded. I've had a parrot sit on my hand, and I could feel the heat coming from its feet. I mean, they are very warm-blooded, but they hatch from eggs. Hold on. Well, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, Bart.
It's great to see you, Bart. It's Saturday. You going to bed at like
He's exhausted.
9:20 p.m. Whatever happened to Saturday Night Fever? Staying alive. Ah, ah, ah. You're going to bed early there.
The early bird catches the worm.
The early bird catches the maggot. You're right. My grandmother couldn't say maggot. She said magnets. You know, but what are you going to do?
Magnet?
They had to leave school during the Great Depression to go to work.
Magnet?
Magtits.
Magnets?
Magtits?
Magtits. Magtoots.
Mag shit.
Yes, I'm good for some things.
Make roast beef sandwiches great again. Because
Did somebody say that?
no, I just said it because I have a problem with many places that make roast beef sandwiches.
You don't like your roast beef?
No, they don't give me enough. They actually weigh the sliced roast beef. It has to be exactly like if I go to Jersey Mike's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, don't go to Jersey Mike's.
and I tell them no lettuce because I know what
the
they're.
Jersey Mike's in Chicago give you a good amount of meat.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
the
nice.
Jersey Mike's gives you good meat when you get the steak one.
Well, the cocksuckers that own the I don't know if they're franchises, but the ones here
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
I think
they're
Jersey,
they are.
franchised out. Yeah.
they suck. They're cheap.
Yeah, the ones here in my area are good. So I think it just depends on the franchise.
Well, a lot of places suck in Jersey, right?
Hey, the fourth interception
Yeah,
of
miserable
of
pricks.
Jacksonville's been intercepted 4 times right now in this
Oh,
playoff
What's
game.
the score?
24-0.
Man,
Wow.
The
wow,
Chargers are rolling over the Jags.
that's a shame.
I was rooting for the Chargers. I'm happy about it.
I kind of like to go for the underdog, even though the Chargers are not really that good either.
They're an underdog too. And
Yeah.
I like Herbert. I think
Well, I
Herbert's one of the best.
I don't like the Greeks that own the Chargers for
Moving them.
sticking it to the San Diego fans.
Well, San Diego, they wouldn't help out with the stadium. It was a financial thing. It wasn't. It was the city of San Diego didn't help either. So the fans can be mad at them too.
I don't know what. You know what? Fuck the fans. They don't want to go. They don't want. God bless you. They don't want to go to an old fashioned. They don't want to go to an old fashioned football stadium and
fans.
watch their team.
Oh,
They have to have this fancy schmancy, high tech.
pull down your pantsy, Nancy. What?
Yeah, like look, the fans love their Green Bay Packers, and they play in Lambeau Field, an old stadium, right? And they love it.
Well, they used
Soldier-
to play in Milwaukee Stadium for a long time.
Oh, really? Milwaukee?
Mm-hmm.
You told me Milwaukee was a shithole, right, Mick?
Parts of it are. It's not overall.
Milwaukee is where Dahmer was from.
Jeffrey Dahmer,
Yeah, the Dahmer killer.
the
From Milwaukee. Or
the
the Wisconsin killer.
The cannibal.
Wisconsin cannibal? Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
in other words, he didn't like cheese, Wisconsin cheese. He preferred human flesh. What happened?
I hit the wrong button. Whoops.
Well, let me
Watch
knock
those
on
buttons.
wood because so far, Mick's video.
James, I gotta say also, Ronald's his new computer is working really good.
I haven't seen his show lately.
There's you know how it's always choppy and sometimes he freezes for a second?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's totally smooth. It's
No.
really
In other
good.
words, the audio. Yeah, he might need a new high definition web.
No, he bought it. He bought a new computer. He's got a whole new computer set up.
Why is there a built-in webcam in the desktop?
I don't know, but Wednesday's show it was totally fine. No hiccups, nothing.
How about the clarity of the
Yeah.
video?
It was good.
It wasn't blurry and pixely or anything like that.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, the other computer was just fucked up. It was just tired.
Well, he only had 4 gigs of RAM.
Mhm.
The other one,
I guess he just said like, you know, I'll get a whole new computer instead of screwing around.
but I had to talk with him. He told me his old computer was a Dell, and I remember Dell was like the bottom of the barrel discounted desktop. And
Do they still sell Dells?
I never hear of Dell anymore.
No.
It was designed for, I guess, people that just want to surf the internet, check their email, and just type on.
Dell was the company that had a commercial with Homer Simpson, right?
Yeah, the box looked like a cow. The box that came in had like a cow,
Okay.
White with brown
But
block.
there was a commercial with Homer Simpson, right?
It might have been. It's really a shitty discounted piece of crap. It's good. It's good for your average jabroni, jumbaloni that just wants to, like I said, surf the internet, check the email.
Well, I guess he got good use out of it for a while. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Bart.
Bart, you're a pretty smart cookie. Why don't you come on the show? If you're living a boring life, why don't you hang out with us guys in the on the pirate ship, on my pirate ship? I'll post the link to
You gonna
join.
post the link?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Throw it out there.
I'll throw it out there.
Throw it out
and
there.
See what you get.
Yeah, like I'm fishing, right? I'm
Throw it
casting-
out
Throw it out
over by there.
over there. I'll throw it out over there. Hold on. There we go.
So, pretty one-sided game tonight. Sounds boring. Or maybe it's exciting. I don't know. It could be. Tomorrow, 3 games, 3 NFL games,
Right. Yeah.
wild card games.
I'll be watching them all. I'm trying to think.
Win or go home, James.
Yeah, and then one Monday night. There's one Monday
Yeah.
night. Dallas and
Bucks and Cowboys.
yeah, that should be good game.
So that can possibly be Brady's last game of his career
Oh,
if they lose.
I forgot to mention to change the subject, if that's okay, momentarily.
Sure.
So I got that expensive Apple Watch. My other Fitbit thing, it was like Garmin, and it broke when I twisted my wrist grabbing a railing, and it snapped and it ripped the nuts out, stripped it. So I get this fancy phone. It was a king's ransom. Amazon had it for $50 cheaper one day, and the next day it went back up to the full price.
Oh,
But I
wow.
had some points and rewards, so I got it. They give me a cable to recharge it, but it's a new technology. I have to end up buying a block to plug it into the goddamn wall. I paid a fortune for the phone. Why didn't they give me the block too, Jack? It was like $18 blocks. Kind of stupid.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Ronnie. Why would you want the link if you're already on the show?
Just save it. Might
Yeah,
need
but
it later.
it's only good for this show. So, Mick,
Yes.
could you summarize what you just said? Because
I bought an expensive iWatch, and they didn't give me everything I need to recharge it.
How long does it take to charge an iWatch?
I don't know, because I don't have everything I need. I never
I think
had
it's
one
like the same as a
before.
phone.
Yeah, I
Should be
haven't
like-
had one before, and now it's tough.
Isn't there like a lithium
I'm-
lithium battery?
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
not
a phone?
sure. I possibly. Oh, the Jaguars just had a real bad play where it bounced off someone's head, and the Chargers recovered it on like the 1 yard line or something. Nothing is
Bounced off
going
his head?
Jacksonville's way tonight at all.
You think that's gonna be like
Damn.
Nail in the coffin, I'd say.
like ESPN worthy? The bounce off the head,
Sure.
like a highlight.
Yes.
Yes.
Talk about bad luck.
That was really bad luck. That's a great song, Born Under a Bad Sign. So many celebrity deaths recently. Robbie Knievel, cancer, 60, pancreatic cancer. Robbie Bachman, 69, from Bachman Turner Overdrive, the drummer brother. And then, of course, Lisa Marie and Jeff Beck. What a tragedy. I mean, we're all born to die, but that's still sad.
So that's more than 3 famous deaths.
That's 5.
right?
Yeah, that's 5.
Wow.
And Barbara
Yeah,
Walters.
Barbara Walters. Yeah.
Baba
Benedict.
Wawa, as they used to say on Saturday Night Live.
I got to refill my teacup. I mean, my mug. I'll be back in a flash.
All right.
Flash.
Yeah, some playoff games are exciting. This one's exciting if you're a Chargers fan.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it's kind of
a
sad, man.
blowout.
Yeah.
I mean, they're killing them.
Where are they playing? In Jacksonville?
In Jacksonville, but last
That
time
sucks.
Jacksonville
That
won, So the next game. What's that guy's name again? I forget. The quarterback with the
Oh no, I don't know, man.
young. I just know Herbert. Herbert's better than that guy. Herbert's playing with hurt ribs too, so
Herbert's
he's
hurt?
doing pretty good. Yeah, he's got hurt ribs. He's got cartilage, something with the Oh, over his 3rd and goal, they're gonna have to do another field goal. Come on.
So Monday night might be Brady's last game ever.
Yeah, I don't think it will be though. Myself, he's superhuman. I don't know if he's taking human growth hormone anymore or what.
That team is not playing good
This
this year.
team's winning in the 4th quarter. Dallas is as psycho
Dallas
as the
is
owner.
good. No, Dallas has
They
been,
lose big games too, though. They got
but
hammered the
they've
last
been
game.
good. They've been consistently good.
I don't
Tampa
think
Bay
so.
has not been consistently good
Oh, Tampa Bay
all
sucks.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah, they suck. They just barely eked it into the playoffs. They
Yeah.
barely even deserve to be there.
But I don't know if you've seen any of the Cowboys' losses. They're really bad. So the Cowboys aren't
They
as
lost
good
to
as
Washington, I heard.
They lost to the Texans. I mean, or no, they beat the
Texans?
Texans. They lost to someone else. I don't
The
know.
Commodores
I can't
or
keep track.
the Commanders.
They lost to a few teams. They may have lost to Cleveland or something. I don't remember. But it
The
wasn't
Commanders, the Washington Commanders.
good.
They
That's
lost
one of the
to them.
worst teams in the league.
They lost to them recently.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. So tomorrow, I mean, it's a last gasp of football, and then after
The first game is going to be pretty good. I think Miami at Buffalo.
Buffalo's going to hammer them. They don't have
Yeah, we'll
Tua.
see. Well, Miami's not that bad, really.
Without Tua, they are.
Captain Black, another. No.
James, it was funny Wednesday night. There was some trolls joining Ron's show.
Trolls. So he got
Yeah, trolls. They were coming on video.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of times, and like they just came on to like chug a beer, and then be like, "Fuck you."
Sounds real wonderful.
But Jean Pierre probably was laughing. He was.
It was funny. Ron was laughing because he kept letting him on. He knew it was funny. There was one guy. He was like impersonating Ronald Sutton.
So they really had a Fandango of a Fandango Friday, huh?
No, that was Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Or that was the Natty Daddy.
Wanger Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Natty
just thought-
Daddy.
They're rebooting Night Court, and all the major players are deceased. Marky Post is gone, and I forget the guy that played the judge's name. It's tragedy. I love Marky Post. She was a good actress. She was beautiful.
Darryl saw it.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. Lara Ket's the only one that's alive.
What
right?
about the guy that played Bull, the bailiff? Is he still around? Richard Mole, is it? Or Richard something?
Martin
Richard
Mull?
something.
Martin Mull?
He's gone too, isn't he? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's hard to remember who's alive and who's gone.
So Lara Ket's the only one, right?
Trevor Lawrence is the losing quarterback with 4 interceptions.
Tonight?
Yes, and Herbert only has 1 touchdown throw, which is surprising.
James, you're a Giants fan?
Yeah, I like the Giants.
Not in Chicago, we don't. We fucking hate the Giants. Just saying. Except when they beat Tom Brady. After he won 1,200 Super Bowls, that was okay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we don't care about how great LT is. We had butt kiss. LT was the best at what? Being a scumbag after football? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he. Yeah,
Had sex with a
Lawrence
16-year-old
Taylor?
hooker.
He headlined WrestleMania in 1995. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he definitely had a lot of skeletons hanging out of his closet.
Well, I saw a good fight last night on Amazon Prime. It was some well-trained Middle Eastern guy from Azerbaijan beat the local Thai hero. It was pretty impressive. It was enjoyable. Can't record stuff on Amazon though because it's streaming. That's one problem I have.
You can't record it.
No, I don't know how you can record
On
anything
Amazon Prime, you're
streaming.
saying?
Yeah, I don't. There's no way to. Tried to hit record. It wouldn't offer any options for any streaming.
I have this app on my desktop that would download any YouTube video. I haven't used it in a long time, but there's a lot of good free software out there. I sent Ronald's material some of them. I said don't pay for any software, Ronald. I says there's a lot of good stuff out there for free.
I used 6 eggs today making a skillet. I felt kind of guilty, but I'm going to eat it all. It makes enough food for like 4 or 5 breakfasts, the skillet.
Yeah. Well,
But I should have done a prayer every egg I cracked. I should have held it up, prayed to the egg gods for more.
Well, you were in ecstasy. Well,
I was an expert.
You listen, an expert. Your favorite Batman villain was probably Egghead.
Egghead, yes. Exactly.
Vincent Price was the original Egghead.
He had some good. He had Roddy McDowell. He had Carolyn Jones. He had some good guest stars. Milton Berle.
They were all Milton Berle was Louis the Lilac. They were all guests.
What was that one guy? Cliff. He was the cowboy. A real good actor. Cliff.
Shane. The guy
Yeah, I liked him. I liked the Two-Face. I liked some of them were good. They even had Liberace on.
Yeah, Van Johnson was the minstrel.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Cliff.
Victor Buono was King Tut.
What about they had Otto Preminger as
Mr. Freeze.
Iceman, and then they had what's his face? Eli Wallach was not as good. I love Eli Wallach, just that role Otto did his best. Iceman, I think.
Yeah, Otto Preminger was Mr. Freeze. Roddy McDowell was the Bookworm.
Oh, they had that one actor from the day the land Earth stood still as a villain. You know what I'm talking about? The main character from the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah, you're right. He, despite his old age, he has done a lot.
Yeah.
He really has done a lot. I got to give him credit, you know.
Well, when Obama was in, the House and Senate were all Republican. Biden, half of his term was with, having both House and Senate. The House is very screwed up now with, I call them the Republicans. They can't get anything passed. They block everything.
Yeah, I like the way someone spelled Republican with instead of 1 C, they spelled it with 3 Ks.
Yes.
That was pretty clever. Getting back to Batman, there was I meant Art Carney was the Archer.
You heard when Batman was canceled, I don't know if that was on NBC, and then another network offered to pick it up, but they already dismantled the whole set. It was pretty sad. So it could have continued on. I also liked the Green Hornet. I think that was only 2 years.
Yeah, Bruce Lee and
Van
can't remember his name.
Yeah, Van something. Van.
He played a good role.
Oh, he was good.
Yeah, the Black Beauty was the car. You know, of course, Bruce Lee. They couldn't have picked a better Kato.
Oh, the best.
Jason Cleveland says, "Hello, James and panel. Just said goodbye to the family that was here for a nice big free meal." Jason has these in-laws that invite themselves over his house and just conveniently drop in on him. And his wife makes her husband, Jason Cleveland, pay for the food and drinks to entertain them. And he's always stuck with the tab for entertaining and feeding all these moochers that just drop in without being invited. Now, would I put up with that? No way in hell.
Yeah, that sounds not very nice.
I mean, to just drop in, people just drop in on you just to mooch off all your food and booze and you know, Jason's got a really nice big house in a nice area, and Jason's got a good job, and these people probably know it, and maybe, who knows, maybe his wife invites them and Jason doesn't know it, but or maybe she doesn't. Maybe they're just rude and moochers, freeloaders, and they just drop in on like a Sunday. I'm surprised they were there today on a Saturday. So maybe they decided, let's do it Saturday and Sunday. And Jason has to literally spend hundreds of dollars to entertain all these in-laws.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Scam on it.
Scam on it, jam on it, scam on it. Oh, speaking of Jason, when he was on location in Las Vegas, he came on the show with his phone, and he did a whole tour of the casino he was in, the hotel casino,
Wow, I'm
And-
surprised they let him do that.
live on the live stream, and then he was playing the slot machines, and that was on the show. It was really exciting, and he says, James, what machine do you think I should play?" So I said, "The one with the shamrocks and the leprechauns all over it." And, you know, it was all flashing green. I said, "Play that one." I got a good feeling about that. And sure enough, he won on that machine.
Did he send you any money?
No, I don't want.
All right, I'll take it.
So he, yeah. I heard the Mega Millions lottery is like over $1 billion.
Somebody won, I think.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, and that wasn't you or me.
Yeah. Would you give 2 weeks notice if you won $1 billion in the lottery?
Who would I be giving it to? Like the bank that's going to get the millions, or
No, I would. No,
I
I
would
want.
just tell him I won on the phone, and I'd pick my stuff up and then leave.
No, you know what's good? If you won that much money, I would
Buy
give.
the company.
I would give notice, but I would drive everybody crazy at the
Oh,
job.
I don't dislike them that much. I would just take the time away. I'd rather be away from the place.
Don't forget to tell off the fat female supervisor before you walk
The
out.
one that doesn't like Amazon deliveries.
Yeah, say, guess what? I'm a mighty rich man now, and you know what? You suck. You actually, you're eating too many carbs, honey. Listen, Toots, you're eating too many carbs and sugar.
Ugh, crazy coworkers shouldn't be so boisterous about
Should.
every little thing. Pick. Micromanaging.
Yeah, micromanaging like anal retentively, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say before the lottery? What was I talking about?
Your
Uh,
friend and his casino and
Oh yeah. So it was a lot of fun, having him on location on the show, and um, uh, of course, if a man wins anything, he should never tell his wife he won. That would be a big mistake.
Big mistake.
depends on who your wife is.
Because then she would want to control the money, confiscate it, and go on a huge shopping spree, buying all kinds of crap that women like to buy.
Hmm.
Oh,
What's the score, man?
27-0.
I like John Fetterman. I don't care if he's
Yeah.
if he had a stroke. He seems like a nice, sincere, honest man.
Hmm.
I like him.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got a good heart, and he's a nice guy. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care if he has an illness.
What is his illness exactly?
He had
You
a
know?
stroke.
I know he had a stroke. That's it.
That's it.
What did he have the stroke because of? There's got to be reasons.
You're right.
Poor health.
There's a reason for everything. You're right. I don't know.
Strokes usually poor health or inherited or something.
Well, it's a clot, right, in the brain, right?
No, it could be anywhere in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why it's good to. One of the things I take that works closely with vitamin D3 is vitamin K2, and what K2 does a lot of things, but one of the primary things it does, it takes calcification that's in your bloodstream and takes all that calcium that could contribute towards plaque and puts it in the bones where it belongs. So
Nice.
it gathers all that calcium in the blood, puts it in the bone, and because there's a hypercalcemia, I think they call it.
Jacksonville finally scored.
Yeah, the field goal.
No, it's 27-6 so far. With
All right.
I don't know how much left to go.
At least you know what, if you score, you get something on the board. It's better than a blowout.
Yeah, it definitely is. Blowouts are boring.
Not as
So they scored something. The former Giant Ingram.
You're gonna be
Ingram, I remember him.
So it's 27-7.
All right. 20-point differential.
I don't think we've been at halftime yet. We got 24 seconds to halftime, I believe.
So Mick Ronald was telling me about the WWE being up for sale, and
Is that because Vince McMahon's a scammer and he's got to sell? Wasn't he being pursued for legal battles? And
Yeah.
such?
Yeah.
I heard he sold it to the Saudis or something.
well,
That was a rumor.
yeah,
It was on the internet. So he didn't sell it to the
Uh-oh.
Saudis yet?
whoever
Didn't his
pays,
daughter? It was his daughter or his wife that doesn't want everything to do with it. One of them stepped down. I think it's his daughter.
daughter.
And she stepped down before she was persecuted.
Well, what
or
about his wife?
prosecuted?
His wife
Oh,
used to have
Linda.
ownership in it, right?
Linda McMahon. Yeah,
She used to have ownership. I don't know if she still does.
she ran for Connecticut State Senate one time.
Did
Yeah,
he
she
lose
did.
all
She
his
lost.
money in the USFL or whatever he was trying to do, that XFL? Remember that?
He lost a lot of
That was
money,
him.
but
Yeah, he
yeah,
lost in
yep.
one season and then he failed tremendously.
And then he brought it back for 2020.
Yeah. He used to be a wrestler, wasn't he? Wasn't Vince McMahon a
No.
wrestler?
No, no.
But he just used
has-
steroids and worked out. Is that how he did it?
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you or I could use steroids and do that, right? That's not good for you though. Causes,
Honestly, with him, it wasn't just steroids. He was
causes
really
insanity.
into working out like every single day.
Well, I
He was
hate
he
to
was
break
known
it
for
to you,
that.
they don't get that big without the help of steroids.
Yeah, of course, no, it's true. But Vince McMahon, like, that's one of the things that he's known for. He wakes up at like 4 in the morning, goes to sleep at
Takes
like
his
2,
steroids, goes back
takes
to sleep.
steroids. Yeah, he was like
Reminds me of
crazy ripped when he was like 70 years old.
Monty Python, where the guy was training for a boxing match against a woman, and he goes inside the room and rubs gravel in his hair and goes back to bed. And then his trainer wakes him up with a mallet and a spike to the back of the head, and then he's a giant guy. He's beating the hell out of this woman. I wish I could post that video right now. It's so funny.
Oh.
That reminds me of that for some reason.
Hey, Roddy.
Bourbon with my eggs? No, I don't usually do Stout Sunday.
You know who drinks bourbon with his eggs? Whiskey.
Well, Whiskey Scout, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't drink bourbon with eggs. It just couldn't. No, sorry.
Why did he say before the show? Did Whiskey Scout did it before the show? Or he
Yeah.
brought the eggs on the show?
No, before. That was his breakfast.
Don't let him cause
Alright.
egg envy.
If it's at 10 o'clock, that's breakfast time. So
Egg
I
envy.
don't blame him for eating eggs. The
You
time
can
to
put raw eggs in the stout, like
Mhm.
like do a Rocky
The best
Balboa.
ice cream has eggs folded into it. So
Bourbon
they give him a
in
reason to
an
raise the
egg.
price of that again.
Oh,
And then a 12% stout
let me
at 10 o'clock.
tell Mick about my omelet. I fried the thick cut hickory smoked bacon,
Mm.
and then I had the eggs already beaten, but I used a jar. I don't use a whisk or a fork. I put it in a glass jar and shake it up, and 30 seconds it's all blended. I put the hot sauce and the salsa in the jar with the eggs, shake it up. So everything is the seasoning and everything's in the egg in the jar. So I use 4 eggs. So then I pour the eggs in with the bacon. Then I put the shredded Mexican cheese blend. I put a lot of that into the raw egg, and it all it melts right in there. Let's see what else I do. I think that's it. And then I put the cover on the cast iron skillet,
Nice.
and it all all the cheese just melts right in.
You
And
flip it over and make it a true omelet, or just make it as one side?
well, I flip it like a half moon, like
Yeah,
one
that's
side.
what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but I keep the cover on completely because I like my eggs wet.
Nice. I made
I
a
don't like
skillet.
dry. I don't like dry eggs.
I learned about a skillet after dating a certain woman. What you do is you take either chorizo or fine cut spam or a good luncheon meat ham. You cube it and then you fry it up, and then halfway through you put the potatoes on, and of course you spice everything potatoes with lots of garlic, pepper, onion, onion flake and all that, and then you cook it another halfway, and then you have to flip it so you don't burn the meat so much, and then you beat the eggs. I make 6 eggs in my skillet because it's a full bag of hash browns, so you need 5 or 6 eggs, and I put everything in there, spices. I put baking powder to try to make them fluffy. I put in hot sauces, stuff like that. And then you mix that together after the potatoes, and I usually let the potatoes and the cook a long time. I like to at least let them cook for half hour, 45 minutes, and then you pour it all together and cook it to a certain extent, and then you eat it with salsa and hot sauce. Lots of cheese is involved. I forgot to mention
The
that.
potato. You mean like home fries? Like you You slice it thin.
The potato.
You
I
slice
bought a packaged, like just potatoes, the morning potatoes, like Southwest with peppers and stuff. So I didn't have to slice the potatoes. I sliced the meat though, real.
You know what
small.
hash browns I loved? Aldi's and Trader Joe pretty much sells the same ones.
Yeah, the frozen ones.
they're from Canada. Hash brown patties, frozen, and there's no preservatives in it. It's all natural,
Nice.
and they're really good and cheap too. Very
You make
inexpensive.
it in the air fryer.
Yeah, or you can fry it and
Yes.
the side dish for breakfast, or or you can, if you want, you can make an omelet. Uh, I like to do like an eggs ranchero. I like tomato and hot sauce in my
Nice.
omelets, eggs ranchero, and chorizo. The beauty of it is,
Oh, I love chorizo. You can make that with chicken, with steak, with eggs. Chorizo is very universal.
but the spices come out
Oh
and,
yeah.
and go into your eggs. So if you're making a chorizo omelet, right? And or you could use the Spanish cheeses too, because it melts good. But all the spices from the chorizo comes out and goes into your eggs, and you really don't have to season the eggs really much.
Oh, I love to season my eggs. I forgot to tell you, I used some Velveeta, believe it or not, and some Mexican cheese. I didn't use a lot of Velveeta. It was on sale, and I thought for kicks and giggles I'd get some Velveeta. It was good in the omelet. I mean, in the skillet, it was good. I mean, it melts real good. I'm not talking about putting half of a pound in there. or
Yeah,
anything.
well, I get the large bag of shredded
Yeah, I
Mexican
use that all the time. I just thought I'd mix it up with a little Velveeta for the fun of it.
the Mexican blend.
Yeah, I got the 3 cheddar blend, and the New York, the Wisconsin, and the Vermont. Got that at Aldi. It's pretty good, the 3 cheddar blend.
You can't go wrong with cheddar, that's for sure. It's almost
Everything's
like
better with cheddar.
cheddar is like an American provolone.
Well,
it's
cheddar
sharp.
is what American should be. American's plain and bland. Cheddar is not.
Yeah, American cheese
Is very
is
bland.
processed. It's
Yeah, it's
pro-
very bland.
well, it's processed. I think the true American cheese should be cheddar. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I do too. Cheddar's my favorite cheese. I do love blue cheese too and Swiss. You
But
know,
I like the sharp cheddar. The
oh,
hard.
the sharper the better.
Yeah,
You gotta have that sharp cheddar. You want that deep sharp one.
there's a domestic Italian cheese company. I think it's from Wisconsin. I think it's called Orecchio.
Okay.
They make all different Italian cheeses, but it's made in the U.S. in Wisconsin, I believe.
Yeah.
It's good.
Most cheeses are made in the U.S. Even blue cheese.
Well, different European countries have their own version of blue. Like Italians have Gorgonzola, the English have Stilton.
Okay.
Everybody's got their own version of blue cheese, and I love all that extra fermented cheese. Like I like Brie, Camembert, the blues. I once had a a, a bacon cheeseburger with blue cheese.
Yeah, that's good.
A blue cheeseburger. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I had that. That's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
You're making me hungry, and I'm not even hungry.
Yeah.
Gotta
Well,
talk about something else. Let's talk about gravel or tacks or 2x4s. Concrete. That'll make me less hungry.
Concrete. I once told this Greek guy that owned the diner. He was talking about retiring on the island of Crete. So I says, what's the cap? Is there a capital city on the island of Crete? Is it called Concrete? And he got offended by
Yeah, some people get easily offended about nonsense.
I think it's funny. The capital city is concrete on the island of Crete.
That's cute.
It made me laugh.
And he got actually truly offended by that?
Yeah, he didn't start a fight or anything, but he
But he bitched
gave me
about it.
he gave me a dirty look.
Oh, that old routine. Okay.
Well, because some Europeans think that the universe revolves around their culture and no one else. You can't, heaven forbid, anybody should tell a joke.
Yeah, it can be stupid.
Yeah, they forget that when they become Americans, they're supposed to acclimate to the United States, not. I know what they do. They make a ton of money here, and then they go back to the old country and live like a king. That's what they do.
Some have been known to do that. The new Americans.
Yeah, the new ones. Yeah, so this bird flu in Japan is really running rampant.
It's got to be stopped. It's got to be contained.
Yeah, it's contagious and deadly. Yeah, no kidding. Wild birds are getting affected. Chickens, turkeys reached outbreak.
We had West Nile here before and almost wiped out all the crows.
Oh, the poor crows. They're very intelligent creatures too. West Nile is
as intelligent as a 7-year-old human.
Damn right. Ravens and crows are highly intelligent. The West Nile is from mosquitoes in the fall season.
Yeah, it wasn't created in the U.S. I believe West Nile was brought here.
I wouldn't be surprised about biologically. Laboratory created bioweapons. 58 million infected birds so far. 50. Huh. The bad situation.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I mean, every time one pandemic stops, like a new one pops up.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, oh, hello there, Mr. Western Mike, formerly of Chicago, now in San Francisco. How are you, sir? I hope you're safe, because California is having really deadly flooding. I mean, record play. They went from a severe drought for a long time to severe flooding, like one extreme to the other. One extreme to the other.
That sounds bad.
Yeah. You know all those houses that are on top of the hills in the LA area? Guess what? They're all come sliding down.
Yeah, that's bad. Real bad.
I mean, it's not worth having a great view. Winter illness and flooding.
Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah, well, being wet in cold temperatures will make you sick really fast.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But people are homeless. People's homes have been destroyed. It's a natural disaster. In
And
California.
then we got the bird flu on top of it. There's all kinds of tragedies in the world.
Well, California has it rough. First they have the San Andreas Fault with the earthquakes, right? And then they have droughts. They seem to be having a bad drought every year.
What's going on in Florida? Aren't they going to be below sea level soon?
Well, the sea level.
The Gulf Coast, Florida, and California are all in danger.
Well,
with
the
global
Gulf,
warming.
Florida is a gigantic flat like sandbar, and they're more susceptible to
going underwater.
To sea levels.
Rising.
Well, this is what happens when the politicians kiss up to big oil, pumping fluorocarbons into the atmosphere and destroying the rainforests for profit.
The Chargers are just destroying the Jaguars. They just got a 3rd and 9. They got it.
Wow.
So, crazy stuff here. Penalties declined. Wow. Amazing. So I was talking about that skillet. When you make that with 5 to 6 eggs, it could feed 2 people for like 2 days. One person for like 4 or 5 days. That's what I like about it. Then you got an easy breakfast. You just microwave it. It tastes just as good. And then
do you have smaller containers that you can put?
Yeah, I got it in a container. It fit right in there, and that's in the fridge now. And then you micro nuke it and you put on your hot sauce. I like to put hot sauce and then light 50% less fat sour cream. Only by Daisy. They have the only one that tastes good. And then put salsa. Mateo's salsa is my favorite, and eat it like that. It's just delicious. Outstanding.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it is very good. You should try it sometime. It's either with chorizo or, Spam or some equivalent. I have a nice one called a ham from Denmark from Costco. I have one of similar to Spam in a can. That I'm going to use that one time. I've done it before. That's good.
I have a lot. I bought a large. Well, not a large. I bought a medium-sized hickory smoked ham.
Nice.
That was, pre-sliced.
Nice.
So I put half of it in the freezer, and the other half is in the fridge. And I've been making sandwiches, ham and Swiss cheese sandwiches.
Of course, that's good eating.
With spicy brown mustard.
Nice.
And I've been buying that Dave's Killer bread. 21 grains.
Sure.
Organic Dave's Killer bread. It's pretty good. And
also, you can make a ham omelet with that. You could do a few things. My mother used to make this ham and potato casserole that was just delicious. She used cheddar cheese and potatoes and ham off the bone. After a holiday where we had a ham, she'd make with the leftover ham. It was awesome.
I can even make a smoked ham grilled cheese sandwich if I wanted to.
Yes, you could. I just had some fiber off the air, so I'm not looking for any sandwiches at this time of the night.
Oh, you had some fiber. I had
my fiber at night before I go to bed in a few hours.
I have my fiber. What I've been making. I got the recipe off of Google. I've been making what they call overnight oatmeal.
I've heard of it.
And it's really simple. You put 1 portion of rolled oats in a container, and I put organic rolled oats, and then I put tablespoons of organic ground flaxseed meal, and then I put 2 tablespoons of coarse wheat bran. Then I put cinnamon powder. Then I put a lot of dry fruit of my choice. Right now, I'm using dates.
Do you put any probiotics in it at all?
Well, the fiber is actually high fiber is actually a prebiotic
Nice.
for the growth of probiotics. It's actually the primary food for probiotics. So then when you put enough dry fruit in there of your choice, then I put like a pint of organic whole milk, and then you put it in the fridge, and overnight everything gets real soft.
It ferments it, kind of, yeah.
The raw oats get really soft, like it was cooked, but
Yes.
it's a cold cereal, and let me tell you,
I've
it's
had one from the store that was,
delicious.
I've had that overnight oats from a store. They made it probiotic.
Overnight oats. I highly recommend it to people
My
that
friend Mike has bologna. He should make fried bologna sandwiches with cheese and
yeah.
mayo and stuff. Is pretty good. We used to fry up the bologna.
I'm not a bologna fan, but
Well, you get the beef bologna. You make sure it's a good brand. It's not the garbage bologna.
Dave's Killer Bread, 21 grains.
Fry up
Michael.
fried bologna sandwich or fried salami sandwiches are good.
Really, it's like a meal in itself, that bread. It's good.
Nice.
But
how many carbs is in it?
I don't think that. I have to read it again. I don't think there's any sugar added, or
So it's a low carb, you think?
yeah, I don't think there's corn syrup in it at all. I mean, if it's organic. What was I mentioning before about ham? Okay, all these store brand spam is called luncheon meat, and it's from Denmark. No preservatives, no byproducts, no corn syrup. It's like all natural, all very pleasant ingredients in their version of spam. What was I mentioned? Oh, the overnight oats. I recommend it for anybody who has a busy schedule and doesn't really have time to prepare breakfast. But it tastes great. It's really good for anybody, really. I mean, I doubted it when I read it, but when I made it for the first time, I go, this is tasty as hell, man.
Nice.
Yeah. What you up to, Mike?
Total carbs in Dave's Killer Bread's 21. So it's not bad. I just looked it up on the intranet. So that's not too bad. I like to do 20 and under, so it's right on the borderline. I bet you it has enough fiber that it offsets it.
Well, when I keep one loaf in the freezer and one loaf in the refrigerator. This
Nice.
way, no mold. Nothing goes moldy on you.
No, yeah, you can't let that happen.
Yeah. And I tell you, when I love smelling it. Like when I open up the bag, I take a whiff of it, and it smells like healthy bread. I mean, you could just smell
Good.
the quality of it. Like an old-fashioned European whole grain bread.
That's good.
Yeah. What else do I like? Well, I like salami, like Genoa salami.
Try that fried. It's outstanding.
Genoa, like Hormel Genoa or something like that.
Or something even better.
Yeah, well, of course, during the holidays, when my sister puts out the soppressata salami and the provolone cheese and everything, I gorge myself on that.
So you haven't eaten tonight dinner, have you?
No, I ate.
You did? You sound like a hungry man.
I'm
all I'm
always
saying.
I'm always hungry.
All right, that's good. That's better
What
than not
what
being
I
hungry.
had? I had I fried a whole a jumbo chicken breast on the bone. Chicken breast on the bone in the cast iron skillet. I put all kinds of seasoning on. I covered it, and so the breast is very moist. And then
Nice.
I made some. I cooked some organic brown rice in the steam pot, and then I had chicken and rice, a roast con pollo. I put the breast with the bone on top of the bed of rice, and then I took all the juice from the pan, which had extra virgin olive oil in there, and all the other goodies that were in there. And I poured it right over the chicken onto the rice. I poured it all on there, and it was delicious.
Sounds nice.
You got a charcoal suit. Oh wow! I mean, like a sport jacket. Uh, uh, yeah, what do you, yeah. I guess you don't feel up to coming on video and doing a little red pill alpha male talk. Yeah,
Who are you
probably
talking to?
talking to Mike. He's probably tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
starting to get a little droopy eyed myself.
Gotcha. There's
It's really
no
not.
football.
Yeah, it's not that late, but
Yeah.
I was up early. Not because I wanted to get up early, but
It
because
happens.
sometimes I just wake up at a certain time and I can't get back to sleep.
Yeah, it's rough, isn't it?
And I honestly, like a biological clock, it says, yeah, you're not going back to sleep. but then
Yeah,
but
it's
then
rough.
I'll take a nap later on though in the day,
Gotcha.
the afternoon. Oh, there he is. He's got the shacket, the shacket.
Oh yeah, I got the perfect colored jacket for tonight's evening show. How you doing, James?
I gotta get a red one. I have the two I showed you.
What's
Evening.
up? What's up? You
Not much.
said you have you said you have to get a red one.
Yeah, I have two blue. The one I showed you.
Yep, I have a blue one too.
I think both of them are blue. Plaid. But yeah, I gotta find myself.
Plaid is awesome. Wearing a jacket to work is awesome, by the way.
Yeah, wearing a shacket to a job where
What's a
anything.
jacket? It's a jacket, or I never heard of a shacket before.
Well, it's a thick, cozy shirt that can be worn as a jacket.
Meaning, like, and it's warm when it's cold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think It's a Wonderful Life.
Sure.
I think It's a Wonderful Life. The snowboarding scene.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all wearing those. Yeah, I got a charcoal suit. Oh, nice. Check it out.
I have two of them. This is one. I mean, they were given to me by my sister. See, it's fleece inside, Mike.
Nice.
I mean, Mick and Mike.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know though.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, I never heard it called a shacket before.
Well,
Or a
Michael
jacket.
named it that.
Okay, the shacket.
Jacket.
Yeah, it's a good name for it because
Sure.
it can go either way. I mean,
I heard that about some women.
that a woman that can go either way.
Sure, I knew a couple.
Yeah, you could wear it as either a button shirt or you could wear it with a or you could wear it as a jacket. It's pretty cool.
I have to have the second part of my tonic soon. My second half of tonic.
Second
All right.
tonic.
THC tonic.
Oh, that the
You're having a THC tonic?
Yeah, I had a CBD pill earlier
So,
for
Mike?
pain, and then I'm
Hey,
having this tonic. It doesn't taste that good, but it's effective.
Yeah, not really a fan of the whole tonic thing.
No,
But-
me either. But the effects I am. It's like half. When I bought it, they said take half, then wait a couple hours and have the other half. It kind of extends the
So
feelings.
is it basically like a gummy or what?
Yes, but it's a drink. It's not.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
got the ingredients like in a gummy, but it's different.
Oh,
You
Is it
drink those,
quicker?
right, Mike?
Or
oh yeah, I drink those. Yeah,
But you
they're
like the
good. I
sweeter
agree with
ones
you
than
though.
the
They don't
tonics,
have
right?
enough effect.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you though. They don't have that much effect. They could have a little bit more effect sometimes. That'd be good.
Oh, I found them to be effective. I just drink half and then the other half, and it makes it last longer. That's all.
Or it could be effective. I think they can maybe be a little more effective, and maybe, especially tonic, have a little bit more flavor.
Tonic doesn't taste good.
No, yeah. We'll combine it with something, but with a high quality juice like a kombucha, not like a random juice or something
Nice.
like that. But yeah, I got a charcoal suit and figured that if you get a charcoal suit, you don't need a black suit because black suits are just too. Black suits are
too formal.
they're excessive. You don't really need a black suit for anything,
Just
even
too
if you
dark.
Black suits are a little too ordinary.
it's just
yeah,
too dark,
and even
right?
if you go somewhere like a wedding, you can still wear a different color. You don't have to wear
Yeah, like you
only
should wear like
black.
a pink jacket.
Yeah, you can wear a pink jacket to a wedding. So it's like
Well, the good thing about a charcoal
And a
gray,
tutu.
the good thing about a
That
charcoal,
was good, Mick.
Thank you. A pink jacket and a tutu.
the good thing about the good thing about a charcoal jacket, James. What?
is it could be worn casually or it could be worn as part of with slacks dressing up.
Casual
Oh, yeah.
sex?
It could be dressy or it could be casual.
Casual sex?
No,
Say again.
casual. Did you say casual sex? What?
That's
Yes.
what he said.
No,
we had
I
to
meant
liven this conversation up.
no casual attire.
Casual sex much more interesting than casual attire talk.
Like
I
you
gotta agree. I gotta agree with that.
So let me just steer it in the right direction, straight in. That's the way I like to take it.
Try to help out.
Hump out.
now a casual like you could wear the charcoal gray sports jacket with casual
With no underwear. That's
no casual pants, jeans maybe.
Zipper catches skin. Watch out.
Yeah, I mean it's very versatile, very it's like an all-purpose sports jacket.
To have sex in.
Yeah.
Now, you don't want to get any jism on your new sports.
No, but you look good in it. That's all I'm saying.
The Jizmatic.
Is that a machine that you're selling?
The Jizmatic.
Or a woman you know?
It slices, it dices. So that's good. I'm happy that you got one of those. And
The psychologist?
no, I mean Michael's gonna realize just how
machine?
versatile
What?
that jacket is. How versatile that jacket is. Yeah.
It's good. Have to go to the tailor tomorrow.
Oh, why? You want to make it more tapered?
Yeah, I have to resize it a little bit. Pants are a little too long, so almost. But Amazon once again got my back, and just gonna probably sell some of those other, But it's good. My man closet is pretty much ready to go. So now it's just need to know where to put it to work. Trying to find some local work. Working locally is so much easier than doing a 2-hour commute, especially one way.
That's
It's
horrible.
yeah, grueling.
2 hours. Holy
That
crap!
sounds-
One
Well,
way.
Jacksonville just
Yeah.
scored,
Yeah.
so now it's 27-13 in the third.
How do you find local work? I mean, you guys work locally.
You know
But
what you
can't
do,
you
Mike?
work remotely?
Go
Yeah.
down to the supermarket, Mike,
Remote.
Supermarket.
and at the end of the where you check out at, like where the windows are, they have postings of
Okay.
jobs up there,
Oh, thanks.
and it'll be local stuff because they put the local things up in the supermarket.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
I
And
would-
then
Don't
that
you
helps.
do electronic stuff where you could insist on working from home?
Remotely working in the suburbs, right? Yep.
Where you
that's
live.
nice.
Instead of
What?
driving 2 hours, you can't insist on it?
Well, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, Eric Fraunfelter has been working from home on his desktop for a long time now.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's different, Depends.
Everything should be able to be work from home. Yeah.
Like home
Especially-
prostitution?
Yeah, that's the
Well,
best one.
more people are working from home remotely
Just
since
saying.
You can only do that one from home, right? You
That's
can't go
good.
anywhere.
the pandemic.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to do this unnecessary commute. Things should be either next to your house or they
I
should
don't think James
they
heard.
should be
heard you.
regulated to just online. use.
James, prostitution working from home.
Well, you don't want a woman does not want all her Johns coming
in the same home.
coming to her residence.
You don't think so?
Well, because the neighbors are going to notice. The neighbors are going to notice that, and
Yeah.
yeah, not a good idea.
Gotcha.
That's a good point.
There's an old saying: "Don't
I'm
eat when
steering
you
this
shit, and
conversation
don't
to
shit when
sex
you
no
eat."
matter what you say.
What?
That's a saying. God damn it. It's Saturday night.
I know.
Yeah, he's right, James. He's
We're
right.
talking about jackets and jacking off or what?
Ivan
Jacking
you
off
mean-
in the
you mean
jacket.
like the Russian Ivan Jakinov?
Yes. Oh.
Mick is funny when he wants to be.
Well, you make your own fun in life here on the internet without the company of ladies on a Saturday night. You do what you got to do to entertain yourself. Like the song says, the rattlesnake shake, you shake the rattlesnake shake.
We lost Western Mike.
It's a Fleetwood Mac song, the original Fleetwood Mac, the rattlesnake shake.
You scared him off, James.
What? Maybe. Yeah, we saw that last week. Same back at you. Go fuck.
That's cool. That's
Can't
cool.
that thing talk dirty or anything? Oh,
What?
just insult you. Switch it to the dirty button, would you? No thanks.
James, was that a Christmas present?
No, a friend of mine just gave
Did you
it.
get that in the blow up doll for Christmas?
That's
Which
That's,
one was better?
that's Sting from the Addams Family. He's in a bad mood.
All right. I think
So-
I'm making a porno with the name Thing in it. What do you think?
So how
Or
about
Schwantz in the box?
let's do a little
Well, we have
mastering the mattress.
Western Mike.
Cause and effect.
Where did Western Mike?
No,
He
he
buggered off.
he
We
didn't.
lost him.
He probably didn't like us talking about.
So we
sex.
can we're only talk about jackets and
Jackets and smoked meats.
what was the other thing that he was talking about?
Smoked meats.
and cannabis infused beverages.
Oh, yeah.
But once we got into like Salt and Pepper, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's then I guess he got a little nervous.
Hmm.
Is that what it was?
I don't know, could be. Mastering the Mattress. Now, I'm very happy that these new memory foam mattresses, like the one I have, it doesn't squeak like the old mattresses. Like if you were having sex on one of the old mattresses, you would hear squeaky, squeaky, squeaky,
And it
squeaky.
doesn't contain those creatures that live in the dust mites that live in your mattresses. Memory foam, they can't live in those. They're toxic to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Son of a gun. So they perish with memory foam.
They can't live on it. They don't even perish. They're just not in there. They can't populate there or anything.
Hmm. So
Whereas old school mattresses have dust mites living in them. The ones that eat your dead skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, those fuckers.
So those are then the old mattresses are more allergenic.
Probably.
I heard there's mites that live in your eyelashes.
Excellent. As long as they clean, that's what I want them to do. What about the ones that live in the tip of your cock? Oh, that's venereal disease, right?
Oh, there's a mite. There's a mite that lives on the penis.
I'm not sure. I'm just surmising that if you had something on your Johnson, it could be some mite of kind. It might hurt. It might itch.
Or could be a venereal disease. You're right.
It might happen. It might hurt. So
Yeah.
it's 27-14 in the third quarter. The game's not quite over yet.
Interesting.
It doesn't sound like a very exciting game, honestly.
It's decent now that they've scored a couple times.
You know how it starts from the beginning though. Jacksonville was so bad that
Yeah,
kind of
it was really
messed up
that
the
wasn't
game
a
for
good.
the rest.
The first half was not that enjoyable. No, it was a beat
First
down.
quarter, even just say the first quarter was dominated, and so it's from the get go. And
Well, so that's
so that's that.
you know how like a lot of like the younger females and even the guys, nobody cooks. They say, well, I don't know how to cook, or I don't cook. I just get takeout all the time.
That's crazy.
If there's a will, there's a way. If you have a desire to cook and do it right.
Yeah, but if there's no will, there's no way. So
Yeah,
it
the
goes
problem
it goes
when I
both
was a
ways.
kid, you could not do Uber Eats. Your parents would beat the crap out of you if you ordered your own food. Now I think kids do it all the time.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the old guard didn't go out to eat much. Now the new generation, that's all they do is eat out.
They have no domestic skills whatsoever. I mean, when you live alone, you
have to cook. You have to be the main catalyst. You have to eat.
You have to cook. You have to vacuum.
I don't vacuum though. I'm lazy.
Yeah. Well, I have this. My sister was the first to have one. I have this rechargeable cordless vacuum where you don't have to buy bags. Everything
nice.
It has a HEPA filter. Everything goes in a canister, and then you just dump it out, and that's it. No cord to trip over, and you just recharge it when you have to, and it's great. It's a strong suction, and it even has a LED light and in the front, so you don't even have to turn the light on if you want to vacuum at nighttime, and you could see the debris the lights are shining on the floor, and you can actually see the dust and the particles and everything, right? Like right in front of you.
Nice.
And yeah, it's really great. I mean, you gotta love technology. You gotta love it. I mean, I do. And I got one, and the company's called Inse, INSE, and I got it on Amazon, and it really makes it that much easier compared to the old days when you had to keep replugging the damn vacuum in different outlets and
Yeah, that was the worst.
tripping on the cord, and then you had the fucking bag.
Oh,
No, it's great. I don't want any carpets. I have all hard floors because I find it easier to keep clean. I do, but but
I went
getting
to
back,
get the second half of the tonic.
yeah, but
Yeah, carpets are a hassle to clean.
but if you live alone, you kind of have to learn domestic skills.
Yeah, because you don't have a maid living with you.
Yeah, but I always liked cooking. I when I was a kid, I used to watch all the cooking shows. I used to like Martin Yan. Yan Can Cook, the Chinese guy.
Never saw him in this part of the world.
Yeah, he was sort of all over. He would tell jokes and laugh at his own jokes. He was a funny guy, but he was a Chinese chef. You pick up different things from different cooks, and well, if you like eating good food and you're on sort of a budget, you make it your business to learn.
The
That's
problem with me is I make a lot of things you can cook in the microwave nowadays because it's just so much easier.
yeah. I only
Simple things like a microwave some chicken enchiladas where the wrap was made out of chicken, and ooh, Jacksonville's making a comeback. It's going to be 21:30 soon. That's close. I'm pulling it together.
yeah.
When are you winding this show down?
Very soon.
I might bow out now so I can watch.
Yeah,
this.
I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it down. I'm getting a little tired, and I mean, I have articles I can read, but you know what? I'm tired.
Exactly.
I mean, I got plenty of articles.
Time
Good
for the
ones,
R&R.
good ones too.
Yeah.
I got one where Tesla is significantly reducing the price of their cars because things are not going so well.
Yeah. I'm not going to buy an electric car until they tell me it can drive a lot longer than it can without being recharged.
Yeah, 300 miles is not enough.
And they've got to make something where it recharges itself. They've got to get that technology. As it drives, as it drains the battery, there's a recharger in the trunk or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean like an extra battery?
Yes.
Just in
Two batteries. One that's dominant and one that's negative or something. You know what I mean? Where you constantly create your own energy. That's what I think. That's going to be the successful electric car.
Or okay, here's something. a device where that runs on electricity, but its sole purpose is to produce electricity.
Well, I think you can't have it only producing. It's got to consume to make it run.
Yeah, there's the consumption versus the output. Like my phone, I have an extra battery. Like it's small. It's less than half the size of the phone, and has a USB port, and I keep it charged. And if I want to go somewhere where I am going to need the battery, maybe I'll take it with me fully charged,
Cool.
because there's enough electricity in the spare battery to completely charge your phone
Nice.
fully, and you never know when you might need it.
All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna bow out. I'm gonna watch the rest
Yeah.
of the game. So
Yeah,
have a good night.
I'm gonna call it quits myself.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you for coming by.
Bye.
Bye. All right, folks. Thank you for showing up. Thanks to everyone, and have a pleasant football game Sunday. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to read my important articles, because I have plenty of them. Unless I put them on the Progressive Discussions Facebook page, I could do that. I could put them there for everyone to read. Daryl Messias, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you to Bart Robinson. Thank you to Masumi. Thank you to Jason Cleveland. Thanks to all. Have a good night.